myself Dr. Nilesh Kumar Gupta. I am working as a professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So, in my previous classes, I told you about the your DSP, that is the digital signal processing. Its AKTU code is KEC 503. Okay. So, in my previous classes, we discussed about the filter realization. From today, I will start the designing of digital filter. How you design your digital filter? Previously, we see about the realization or structure of digital filter. How you make the structure? How you realize the structure for digital filter, like direct form 1, 2, cascade, parallel and so on. In case of IIR and in case of FIR. Now, in next content, or you can say in your next module, or you can say unit number 2 of your syllabus, that is digital signal processing KEC 503. In this, we will concentrate on the designing of digital filter. How you design the digital filter? How this designing is possible? And what are the criteria for designing the digital filter? So, now in this module, or you can say in your unit number 2 of your syllabus, I will teach you about the designing in digital filter. What are the essential requirements for this? Okay. So, this is my lecture number 8 and that title is digital filter design. So, introduction to filters, because we are discussing first in this subject digital about the digital filters. So, at first you should know clearly what is the meaning of filters. Filters means what? You have to filter or you are filtering some frequency bands, okay. Or you can say in one line, these are the frequency selective electronic networks. So, it selects the some frequencies, that is why we are saying it is frequency selective electronic network. It passes some frequencies and reject all other frequencies. So, this will be the filter. Filter, it means select the some particular range of frequencies, that is the filter. So, one of the most widely used complex signal processing operation is filtering. So, in signal processing field, this is the one of the most important operation, that is the filtering, or you are discussing about the digital filters like IIR and FIR, whose main objective is to alter the spectrum according to some given specifications. It means it depends upon your requirements. You want to pass higher frequencies, lower frequencies or some band of frequency, or you want to stop some range of frequency like stop band filter, okay, and so on. So, filter means what? What I am saying? I am saying filter means what? Your frequency selective electronic networks is filter. So, filter means this is frequency selective electronic network. Such type of electronic networks that selects particular range of frequencies, that is your filter, and the system implementing this filtering operation is called filter. So, filtering is also a very important part of your digital signal processing. Now, if you are dealing with discrete time signal, okay, so that is digital filter, because this filter can be of analog also. But if this filter process or deals with discrete time signal, then it is called digital filter, that I am writing here, the discrete time system for the treatment of discrete time signal. So, if your system is discrete time system and you are analyzing, you are dealing with discrete time signal, then it is called digital filter. So, in this, because this is a very important aspect that I am teaching you, what is the filters in one line, or In short, what is the maqsad? What is the objective of our using the filtering operation in signal processing? If you are dealing with discrete time signal, so it will be definitely your digital filter, otherwise it will be analog filter. Okay. So, we will go for next slide. Now, digital filter. So, we came on digital filters. Now, the question is what is the meaning of digital filters? So, earlier we studied generally analog filters, nowadays, but we are using the everything digital in digital form. Similarly, if we talk about the filter, then we are discussing, we are dealing generally nowadays digital filters. So, digital filters are implemented using a digital computer or special purpose digital hardware. Okay. At first. Now, these are the programmable. These are the programmable, because you are doing the some programming, and as per the your programming, your digital filter will work. It means now in digital filter you are having hardware as well as software. It means you can do also programming in digital filter. This is the additional features of digital filter. Now, these are the programmable, okay, that I am saying, and hence the filter coefficient can be varied at any time to implement adaptive features in digital filters. It means if you want, it means it is flexible also. You can change the program also. So, your features you can add, you can vary your features in digital filter as per the your requirement. Now, in practice, the magnitude response specification of a digital filter in the pass band and the stop band are given with some acceptable tolerances. So, generally if your digital filter is given to you, so its magnitude response is given to you in its stop band or in its stop band on pass band. Okay. Like filter means what? It passes some particular range of frequencies, that duration, that band is called pass band, and if it stops the particular range of frequency, that is called stop band. So, in filter these are the main two components. First is its pass band, okay, where your signal frequencies are passed, and second is its stop band. So, in this bands its gain, that is called its magnitude response of filter or of digital filter, because we are talking about the digital filters. Now, so what? Whether or not a signal is passed or blocked or stopped, you can say, it determine its magnitude response, and it is called system function or transfer function. So, whether your signal is not passed or blocked, okay, like I am talking as a pass band, stop band, like, okay. So, it will be decided by its system function or transfer function. This H E j omega is the system function. So, if this is the system function of digital filter, so first thing is it is called its amplitude, okay, and this is called its phase, because generally if we have to show any complex number is having real and imaginary part, so you have to show that in terms of this form, like its magnitude, mod of this amplitude or magnitude, or in terms of its angle or phase. Okay. So, all the things stop band and pass band all are decided by its H E j omega or its system function or transfer function of digital filter. I hope it is very clear to all of you. Now, the frequencies of the signal that are passed through the filter are in ranges or bands called the pass bands, and those that are blocked or stopped, you can say, are called stop band. So, the frequencies of the signal that are passed through the filter are in ranges or in particular ranges, okay, or in particular bands, all called the pass band. Similarly, the frequencies that are blocked or stopped or in particular ranges or bands is called stop band. So, then you can call stop band and pass bands. For frequencies in the pass band, the magnitude or amplitude response, this is what? This system function or transfer function is relatively large and ideally is a constant. Okay. So, in pass band it is relatively large because its magnitude is high, that is why it is pass band. In pass band our magnitude or amplitude is high. Okay. And in stop band, what? A stop band characterized by magnitude response, this is system function transfer function of the digital filter, which is relatively small, ideally it will be 0, because in stop band your filter does not passing the some any frequencies. So, your magnitude will be 0, it will be small, that is why it is stop band. So, by seeing the this h e j omega, that is the your system or transfer function of digital filter, you can identify ki which is the pass band and which is the stop band by seeing its amplitude only. What? This one, this one. If it is large, so it will be pass band. If it is small, then it will be stop band. So, by seeing the our magnitude response, okay, of the filter, digital filter, you can identify its pass band and stop band easily. And h e j omega, h it means this is the filter transfer function, h e j omega it means it is the frequency domain of your system function. Omega, omega means frequency. Now we can see in this PPT the difference between the analog and digital filters. I remembered, I also told in my previous lectures this. Again I am reminding you what are the differences between the analog and digital filter. Okay. So, in DSP generally you have to concentrate on digital filters, because we are dealing discrete time signal. If you are dealing the discrete time signal, discrete time system, then it will be only the digital filter, not analog filter. So, first you can say here digital filter process the discrete signals, okay, discrete time signals with software and digital hardware. Okay. So, here you will find software and hardware both, while analog process continuous time signal, that is the continuous time signal x of t. Okay. This is x of n, n means discrete time, okay, with lumped elements, you can say your RLC and ICs. This is the first difference. Now, digital filters are represented by difference equation. If you have to relate your input and output in discrete time domain, then you have to give it by its difference equation. It means difference equation क्या होती है? This is y of n is equal to x n plus 4 of x n minus 1. So, always you have to give your equation in input and output in terms of discrete domain, and if the equation in this form, then it will call difference equation. Since in analog you have to give, you need a differential equation. So, this is the also the biggest difference between the digital and analog filters. So, what I am writing here, difference equation, and these are flexible, and analog are presented by system components with less flexibility and difference equation generally. Okay. Not difference equation will be there, because you are dealing with continuous domain in analog filters. Now, interferences, noise, environment effects are minimum in digital filter. That is why we are using the digital filters nowadays. Everywhere you are using the digital technology. Your signal processing digital, your equipments are digital. your filters are digital everywhere, and you are using hardware and software both. Okay. Now, we come on classification of digital filters. So, the first classification on the basis of magnitude characteristics of transfer function of the filter, or you can say system function of the filter, एक ही बात है. Okay. So, it is normally that we studied earlier, like low pass filter, high pass filter, band pass filter, band stop filter. If it passes the lower frequencies from 0 to FM, so it will be low pass filter. If your filter is passing from FM to higher than FM frequencies, so it will be high pass filter. If your filter passes FM to 2 FM to this particular band, okay, 10 to 15 kilohertz, 15 to 20 kilohertz. So, this particular band it passes only, that is why it is called band pass filter. And if your filter rejects for particular band from 50 to 70 kilohertz, so it will be band stop filter. Band stop means if it stops for particular band. Okay. Now, let us we assume 50 to 70. So, that will be band stop filter. Okay. Now, active and passive filters on the basis of component used in the filter. The filters you are designing hardware for the filters, and you are using some components also in that. Okay. So, on the basis of that component used in the filter, you have to classify your filter into two categories, active and passive. An active filter, it is one that along with R, L and C components, it contains an energy source such as that drive from an operation amplifier. So, active filter means what? You also needed energy source like operation amplifier, transistor and so on. So, if energy source is also there, so it will be active filter. Okay. Now, passive filter means it means without any energy source, only you are using the some electronic component like R, L, C. So, that will be passive filter. So, generally active and passive filter you can characterize in this way, with energy source or without energy source. Now, on the basis of length of impulse response sequence, this is the very important aspects and classification that is needed in this digital signal processing, because the earlier two classification you already studied in your previous semester. What is the low pass filter, high pass, band stop, active and passive, but this is the new for you. What? On the basis of their impulse response sequences or impulse response value, you can say. Because in discrete, because in digital filter only digital domain you can study this type of classification. You will not find this type of classification in analog. So, on the basis of IIR, okay, impulse sequence, or you can say H of n. Okay. So, first is what your IIR, that is infinite impulse response or infinite duration impulse response filters. Now, I am writing there what it follows, it employs recursive and non-recursive structure. Also, I explained this. Okay. So, its IIR means what? Ki if your impulse response of the system is finite value for infinite duration, so it will be IIR. Like for if we take the example here, if h of n is equal to a to the power n into u of n for n greater than or equal to 0, otherwise it will be 0. So, it will be IIR. So, here your h n lies for infinite duration, because u of n you are associating with the function. So this will be the case of IIR. यदि आपका impulse response like h of n लाई करता है फॉर इनफाइनाइट ड्यूरेशन या अपनी वैल्यू को एडजस्ट करता है फॉर इनफाइनाइट ड्यूरेशन, then it will be IIR. That's why it is called infinite duration impulse response filters. So ऐसा filter जिसका impulse response exist करेगा for infinite duration, that will be IIR. Okay. So I hope it is clear to everybody. So कब IIR बोलेंगे हम उसको, जब आपका HN और impulse response sequence लाई करेगी, exist करेगी for infinite duration. Okay. This is, then it will be IIR. Now if your filter is IIR, then you can give its transfer function in its Z domain, that is the H sub Z. Hz means transfer function or system function in Z domain. So if you write H of Z, then you will find what, BR into this Z ki power minus R AK into this. So you will find numerator N of Z and denominator T of Z. Okay. Now I am writing here, it follows, it uses the recursive and non-recursive structure. So recursive means what? If you are taking the past value of output signal, then it will be recursive. If you are taking the present and past value of input signal, then it will be non-recursive, or you can say simple causal system is non-recursive system. But if you include the past value of output signal into this, then it becomes recursive system. So in IIR you will find R and NR both the things. So always whenever your transfer function or system function H of Z is given to you, and if it contains numerator and denominator parts, okay, so it will be always IIR. Why? Because always in H of Z, numerator part shows the what? Non-recursive term. Non-recursive means, again I am repeating, if your output depends upon the present and past value of input signal, then it will be non-recursive. And your denominator part always shows the recursive. It means now your past value of output is also will be there. यदि past value of output भी आपके तो recursive. तो always whenever H of Z is given for digital filter, and if its numerator and denominator both the terms are present, then it will be case of only and only IIR. Numerator part always shows the non-recursive and denominator part always shows the recursive. Okay. So it is clear to everybody, I hope. तो हमेशा हम इस तरह से इसको पहचान सकते हैं। यदि आपका numerator part भी n of Z भी आपको दिया है और denominator D of Z भी आपको दिया है, and it contains recursive and non-recursive both the terms, then it will be IIR digital filter. Why it's IIR? Because its impulse response lies for infinite duration. Okay. So I am teaching you in a very simple way. I hope it is clear to everybody. Now in second case, that is our FIR filter. FIR means what? Finite impulse response. It means finite duration impulse response filter or system. And NR, it means it only possesses the non-recursive. So FIR कब होगा? FIR जब होगा whenever your H of n or your impulse response lies, let's its value is k, for 0 to capital M minus 1. Okay. Otherwise it will be 0. So if I am writing this where M is equal to 7, M is what? The length of the filter. So here your H of n lies, it exists some value for the finite duration of the filter, then it will be FIR. मतलब इस FIR में जो HN हमारा लाई कर रहा है इसकी वैल्यू k होगी, बट 0 से लेके M माइनस 6, 0 से लेके 6 तक होगी, बाकी जगह क्या होगा ये 0. तो HN लाई तो करेगा, impulse response exist तो करेगा, but for finite duration. That's why its name is finite impulse response या finite duration impulse response system. Now in finite duration, now again H of Z is given to you. So in FIR only you find what? non-recursive structure. And what I told you always whenever h of z is given to you, so always your numerator part n of z shows the non-recursive. So, here only you find what? Only your numerator part. Numerator part is 1, here dz is equal to 1. So, you can say here your recursive part is, you are not having any recursive part, you are only having what? This is n of z numerator part and shows always the non-recursive. So, this is also a difference between the FIR and IIR. In IIR you find recursive, non-recursive both the structures, both the terms in terms of numerator and denominator, since in case of FIR only you find what? Non-recursive structure, okay, or numerator part of your transfer function or system function. Now, IIR and FIR digital filter, this is a difference you can say. So, infinite impulse response IR filters are first choice, because when the speed is paramount and phase nonlinearity is acceptable, then it will be first choice, it is realizable. IR filters are computationally more efficient than FIR filter, as they require fewer filter coefficients due to the fact that they uses the feedback or poles, because if you are having the denominator, so then you can find the poles. So, it is possible only in what? IIR, and you can also judge the stability of the system. Now, processing of these are practically not possible in digital domain. So, direct design of IR filter is not possible. So, direct designing of digital filter is not possible. You have to design your digital filter via only and only via analog filters. This statement is very, very important. You have to design your digital filter via only and only analog filters. You cannot design directly. Okay. So, this is the basic and thumb rule of designing of digital filter. These are the differences between FIR and IIR. So, if you say here in first what? In FIR system what? I told in detail. So, h of n is 0 for n 0 and this is for 1, it means it finite duration for the, and it lies for finite duration, then it will be FIR, and it lies for the infinite duration, then it will be IIR. FIR are non-recursive, okay, and these are recursive. Okay. So, in this you will get IIR, in IIR past value for output also, since in FIR it is not possible, you can take the present and past value of input signal. Now, this is the expression for difference equation, you can say for FIR only your present and past value of input signal is there, and this is a difference equation of IIR, you will have also present and past value of input signal and past value of output signal. IIR systems has limited, has infinite memory, sorry, this is the IIR, in IIR you have infinite memory, in this it is limited and finite memory. Okay. So, in last FIR system are always stable, but its stability you cannot be guaranteed here. FIR system has exactly linear phase, since in IIR it is not possible. Now, finite word length you can use in FIR, while in case of IIR it cannot be used. Okay. You have to design your filter via the analog filters. These are all 0 filter, because you have the numerator part. In this poles and zeros both will be available, because you are having the numerator denominator both the parts. So, these are the differences you can understand here between the IIR and FIR digital filter. So, in this my lecture I explained you about the designing of digital filter, how you design, what are the components, what are the needed you understand, and this is the basic lecture of my digital filter designing. In my next lecture I will start IIR filter designing. Thank you very much.